Recently, we've seen several million first-time gun owners coming onto the range, which is awesome, and that number continues to grow. So us as experienced firearm owners are oftentimes given the opportunity now to answer questions and give guidance to our friends and family. So I'm going to give you my top tips on how to make somebody's very first range visit a success. The key to success in taking anyone to the range for the first time is making sure that they are properly prepared. So there's a few considerations. First of all, are you going to be taking them to an indoor range or an outdoor range? I personally prefer an outdoor range. I think that it's just a little bit less intimidating and a little less loud, so you have more opportunity to explain things and give instruction to the new shooter. However, if you're going to go to an indoor range, that's fine too. Just make sure that you set up a separate time to meet with them ahead of time so you can explain everything that they need to know and demystify everything around shooting and the gun for the very first time. One of the most important things you can do is make sure to first explain the 4 rules that are fundamental in firearm safety. Treat every firearm as if it is loaded. You never point a gun at anything that you do not intend to shoot or destroy. You always keep your finger off the trigger and out of the trigger guard until you're ready to shoot. And you want to make sure that you always know what your target is and what is beyond it. Make sure that they know them and that they can repeat them back to you before you actually get to the firing line and go hot for the first time. You want to make sure that you don't assume that anything with guns is intuitive. You want to make sure that you explain everything to them, you demystify it for them, and that you explain the functionality. You don't just hand them a loaded gun, hand it over, and say, okay, here you go. Everything from explaining the sights, the safety, the slide stop, how you line things up. This is not something that people would know naturally. So making sure that you do that. You also want to talk to them about what kind of clothing to wear to the range, making sure brass doesn't get anywhere that you don't want it, making sure that they have eye protection, ear protection, and generally making sure they are set up and prepared so that they have the most successful time that they can, and you'll make sure that it's a great first experience for them, that they want to continue in their journey with firearms and shooting.